This is Chapter 5, Section 1 Notes. Today we're going to be talking about finding rate of change. Now, rate of change is the same exact thing. You guys have heard of slope. Now, rate of change is the same thing. So, number 1 says finding rate of change using a table. It says the table shows the distance a band marches over time. Is the rate of change in distance with respect to time constant? What does the rate of change represent? So again, it goes through and it says rate of change is the change of the y over the change in the x. So they give you this xy table. So again, x always comes first, y comes second. And you just have to tell me what the changes are of both. So in the time, it's moving, adding a minute each time. For the distance, you're adding 260 feet each time. Okay, so to find the rate of change, you take that change of the y and you put it in a fraction over the change of the x. So first of all, are they both constant? Yes, the x and the y change are both constant. The x is changing by 1, the y is changing by 260. Then to find the rate of change, so you do the change of the y, so 260, over the change in the x, which is 1. And then you can simplify. 260 divided by 1 is just 260 feet each minute. So that's how you answer number 1. Number 2 is using some words that you now should notify or notice. It says, what is the slope of each line? So slope is rise over run. So rise is going up or down, and run is going left or right. So it gives you a whole bunch of different options here. So this first one, now it's really important you always start with the leftmost point. So I have a point here and I have a point here. The leftmost point is going to be up here. And I'm going to try and count how to get from up here to down here. So I want to go up and down first. So from here I have to go down 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be a -3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope, which can be abbreviated as m, is -3, so down 3, and over 4. So -3/4 is my slope. This next one, I have 2 points again. I'm going to start with the leftmost one, which is down here. And from here, I have to go up or down. Should be up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be a +4 because I went up 4 over 3. Now this next one, I have 2 points. I'm going to start with my leftmost one. I don't have to go up and down at all, so that's going to be 0 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 over 4, and then 0 divided by 4 is just 0. So your slope of a horizontal line will always just be 0. So what about the vertical line? So there isn't a leftmost one, so it doesn't matter which point you start at. So I'm going to start at the top. Now I have to go down 1, 2, 3. So I should have -3, and I don't have to go over anything, so that's over 0. And so 3 divided by 0 is going to be undefined. Okay, so dividing by 0 is not allowed. That's what gives you an error in your calculator, so that's going to be undefined. So problem number 3 says finding the slope using points. So now they give you 2 points, but they're not graphs, so you can't count up and down and then left to right. So you're going to use this equation. The slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the change of the y over the change of the x. So labeling these points, they're still xy points, but this one's going to be x1, y1, because it's the first xy point. This one will be x2, y2, because it's the second xy point. So then you just plug them into the equation. So m for slope equals y2, which was -2, minus y1, 0, over x2, which was 3, minus x1, which was -1. Now you'll notice that I now have a minus and a negative, so I'm going to keep change. So on top, negative 2 minus 0 is negative 2, over 3 plus 1 is 4. Now, can I simplify negative 2 over 4? Sure can, into negative 1/2. Okay, I would like you to pause the video right here and do the guided practice section where you just have to find the slope. When you're finished with this guided practice problem, please check these answers with the red binder.